Welcome back. You're still watching Perspective with Ambassador Melba Pria from Mexico. We're talking FTA in present modern time now. How Mexico is looking for an FTA with Indonesia or ASEAN?
Well, we're always looking for more economic relations with Indonesia. Indonesia is reluctant to sign FTAs for the reasons that are important for Indonesia. We are there to sign a more comprehensive relation with Indonesia. Last 2 years ago, when the president was here, President Peña was here, we signed a comprehensive relationship with Indonesia, and that enhances the relations to the next level. Whenever we're ready to talk economy, we are. We are part of something that Indonesia has not been part of, which is the Trans-Pacific Agreement.
Right.
And hopefully, whenever it's time for both of us, we are ready.
Are you going around like the EU, for example, rather looking for ASEAN or?
Well, you talked about Pacific Alliance.
Right.
Pacific Alliance is a grouping, a very interesting grouping in Latin America. Mexico, Chile, Peru, and Colombia. There will be more coming. Maybe the next member will be Panama and Costa Rica. Right. And we have signed an agreement with ASEAN to be observer to Pacific Alliance. So for the time being, we are getting closer. Of course, we know that some of our partners are discussing a more in-depth relation with Indonesia, and we're very happy for that. And so it will come around. Indonesia and Mexico, as Asia or ASEAN specifically with Latin America, should be closer than what they are. These are the two most important growing areas in the world. Of course, Africa is coming up too, and that is important. But Latin America and Asia are already there. So there would be no reason why we wouldn't have more stronger and more in-depth relations, economic relations with each other.
Right. Good. When you're talking trade about Indonesia and Mexico, like you said, it could be much better still. And Indonesia has always been like on the surplus side in this. What are you doing? What have you done to sort of straighten the balance?
Indonesia is very, very much on the surplus for many reasons. One, the one reason is that we buy a lot of
raw materials.
Yes, rubber. We still buy a lot of rubber from Indonesia. Right. So that balance makes the balance in balance. But if you take away the rubber, we are doing not that bad. So of course we have to learn from Indonesia. Why are you such a good traders? I always say
we are.
You are good traders. You're not good. Sometimes you are difficult partners, but you are good traders because you want to sell. You don't want to talk partnership, you want to sell.
Right.
And there we have a difference in perspective. We don't necessarily want to sell today. Right. We want a partner for a longer period to build up the relationship so that you know us, we know you, etc., etc., etc. But never mind. So we're trying to interest Mexican businesses here. We're trying to be part of the chain supply in many ways. And that's what you do when you want to build up a relationship that is more balanced than the one we have now.
And in terms of investment, both ways, I don't know, speaking Mexican investment in Indonesia and Indonesian investment in Mexico.
We have Indorama in Indonesia.
Indorama is Mexican.
Indorama is in Mexico, and Indorama is taking, as you say, advantage of the competitiveness of Mexico when it comes to a more geographical area in location in the North American continent and in the Central South American continent. So Indorama has been investing quite importantly.
As in production or as in office distribution?
No. In production, because then it becomes a Mexican product. Indorama, but a Mexican product, and then it is exported north or south, depending on what it is. Mexico has an important investment here in seamless pipes.
Steel,
seamless pipes for the oil and gas industry, and then Kitsania is a Mexican company.
Really?
So slowly it is coming, the investment more. We have investment coming in the cement industry, so
it's moving.
We should have much more.
Right. That's what I was asking. What can you do to actually boost that?
Make people know each other. Make people know the possibilities that they have in each other's market.
Right.
That you have a very big market in Indonesia, but you have a market beyond Indonesia, and that you have a very big market in Mexico, but you have a market beyond Mexico. So geography is important, and internal market, of course, too.
Right. So it's a question of like telling people what the opportunities are.
And there is a funny sort of idea. I have heard so many times, you see, Mexico and Indonesia are so far away. And you say, well,
not in these times.
No one is saying anything about Canada or the US or other Latin American areas in the world. So why do we think that Mexico and Indonesia is far away? It's all in your mind.
Right.
I had an Indonesian investor saying to me one day, you see, I always stay in LA and because Mexico is so far away. And I say, look, technically, you could walk from LA to Mexico. It is called Los Angeles. It was Mexico. So you just have to break that idea and make a jump. We have an interesting investment maybe of the pharmaceutical area. There are 3 countries in Latin America that have regional acknowledgement of patents. One is Colombia, one is Cuba, and of course Mexico. Right. So for an Indonesian company to invest in the pharmaceutical area of Mexico, in that sector, they would immediately have a carte blanche for Latin America.
That's so a lot of potential. Let's break again and then we'll be back. Please stay with us.